franchise.
Yeah, it was a no-brainer for me. I mean, I've always loved it here. I've had some great years here, great groups of people and guys that I've played with, and staff, and just the organization, top to bottom, has always been first class. And I'm really excited to be back.
What are your impressions of the new coach? I mean, I know you've only had a day or so with him really here.
Yeah, I mean, we got him at training camp a little bit, and then obviously today, first practice and stuff. And I think he's doing an incredible job. It's going to be a fun year. He, great coaching background, knows the game. Like it's going to be a really fun year, and I think everyone's excited, and we're excited to have him aboard.
You like his demeanor?
Yeah, I love it. Honestly, I think it's a great gel. I mean, he's mixing with the guys already, and it's you can feel how tight it already is, and he's already brought that here. So I think that's one of the biggest things, especially this early in a camp, and you want to get that mesh and that feel with each other, and I think that's half the battle starting into the season.
What are some of the little things that Hershey does that other organizations don't? I don't know, maybe little miniatures around the locker room, whatever. But you know what I mean? Like, when you were not here, the things that you maybe missed, some of the little things about Hershey that draws you back here.
Yeah, I think for me, I've always gotten along. I think for me, the biggest thing in an organization is when you hire good people, it brings good people. I think coming to the rink every day, it's got to be fun. It's got to be a good environment. You got to be loving what you do each and every day. And I think, everyone here does that. And whether it's, the Zamboni guy or, the head coach or anyone, everyone's got a smile on their face. We're happy to be here. It's a great city. And I mean, you look at the fan base here too. It makes it easy, right? You can go to a restaurant and see fans, and it's just, there's nothing like it. It's a small town feel, and we pack the rink every night too. So to be able to play an organization like that, it's a no-brainer.
How are you different as a player from the Olympic experience since you were here before? Are at all, if any, what did that do for you as a player, and what do you bring back to the organization that not that you didn't have before, but maybe complements more of?
Yeah, I think the Olympics is obviously a great experience. I don't think you're gonna get many opportunities to do that. It was a no-brainer, and I met some great guys, and we had a great group there. And I think you just learn how to be a leader. I think the more teams you're on, the more you learn. I think being a leader is a process that you continue to learn every day from different players, different guys. Different teams ask for different types of leadership. So it's always dependent on your group, and I think it's going to be a big role for me this year to try to lead this team as best I can. But again, there's 20 other leaders in there too, so I'm not too worried about that side of it. We got a good group of guys.
You played on the Bears team that went to a Calder Cup final. It didn't end well for you guys, but you've had that experience. Now you come back here. Is there a desire to get back to that point now? And do you see that in the locker room, that this is a team that potentially could do with the team that you played on here several years ago?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but that was obviously, one of the biggest reasons I came back. This has always been an organization that plays to win and does everything they can to do that. And that was big for me because, like you said, I've been so close and I tasted it a little bit. And I think that's kind of a bucket list thing for me right now, and I know everyone wants it, but that's always on my mind. It's always been on my mind since we were that close, and I wanted to be in a situation, in a spot where I felt like I could give the best chance to win and go back and possibly make a long run in the playoffs. And again, that's a long way away. I think we're worried about Wednesday and our first exhibition game, and we'll kind of go from there. But, I mean, I'd be lying if it wasn't in the back of my head when I made the decision to come back.
When you guys have a coach with a championship pedigree at this level, and you have been there, this team has had this success over its history, does it feel like all of the kind of ingredients are there to make that happen?
Yeah, I think one thing I've learned too, I've been in the American League a long time and up and down and, different teams, and each team is so different. I think it's if everybody knew the answer and the recipe to win, everybody would do it, right? I mean, each team has such different pieces, but I think, like you said, I mean, you do everything you can to have that perfect team where, you put together a coach with experience, players that have been there, guys that have done that, some fresh young guys. Like there definitely might be a recipe, but until someone's written a book about it, I don't know if we'll ever know the exact answers on it. So we're just gonna, I like what we look like. I like our staff. I like where we're at already. So again, it's early, but it's going to be an exciting year, I think, and we're looking forward to it, and we're going to do everything we can to win.
How was the experience in Providence? Playing for Ryan and just bringing along a lot of young defensemen there.
Yeah, it was great. We had a young decor there. It was fun for me because, a lot of those guys, they wanted to learn and they wanted to try to get better as players, and that staff was great too. I have no ill will with them. They were awesome, and I learned a lot from them too. So it was a fun year for me. Obviously having a younger group and trying to help wherever I could and play that role.